Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great today. I have a fun video for you. I am I'm almost actually done with this journal now, but I started this little journal out of postcards. These are a Pantone box of postcards that can be found on Amazon, and I decided to use them to make a journal that is collage based, and I just collage a little bit over the color at the top, and it's just for fun. So all it is are those Pantone postcards with holes punched in and then rings holding it together. Like, very basic construction, very basic journal. I made this journal in a live, just on a whim, like most of my lives. And I made it during a time I had seen a video, and somebody was talking about how TikTok ruined journaling. And they had some opinions about what is and is not journaling. And I made this kind of in opposition of that, because I don't think there's rules, and I don't think that any one style can run journaling. If you consider something like this journaling, then this is journaling. Or whatever you consider journaling to be is exactly what journaling is, in my opinion, if you're having fun. So I kind of made this as my protest piece to the idea that if you're just gluing things down, then that's not journaling. Well, I beg to differ. I think it is journaling. For me, it can be. It kind of is disheartening. I think it can be disheartening and discouraging when people kind of poo-poo on someone's style, and when you get joy from something, then that makes it, and we're just paper crafting here, then you can call it whatever you want, is what I say to all of that kind of nonsense. There is no rules. So if someone implied to you that there's some kind of rule in journaling, there's not. There's no police who are going to come after you, and there's no one who's going to come and take your journals away because you misjournaled. So, yep, I'm journaling today, and I'm journaling by collage, and I'm journaling in a way that I enjoy to journal. So this little journal though it's small, it's mighty. It has a lot to say, and it's a lot of fun. I just have a lot of quotes, and I like using funny quotes and sayings, but also ones that are uplifting. I also love to use Godzilla. Y'all have seen me use Godzilla over and over again for the past year. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to add Godzilla to this journal too. So, a journal can be anything you want it to be. I would say for years, I've been making junk journaling content, and every video, someone asks, what is a junk journal? What's the purpose of a junk journal? Well, it can have any purpose that you want it to. You can make one to hold old family recipes. You can make a junk journal to hold all the funny things that your kids said. Or you can memory keep and kind of scrapbook in it. You can hold pictures and write about what was happening in the picture, or a funny memory associated with a different time. You can make a junk journal your planner and use it to plan your days. You can use a junk journal for vacations and road trips. You can use them as gifts for friends. You can make junk journals as detailed as you want or as simple as you want. You can use printables. You cannot use printables. You can use book pages. You cannot use book pages. it's really anything you want it to be. And I think that's the freedom that draws so many of us to the hobby. And it's the power. It's the power that we have to take the supplies that we have and make books. And books are powerful. I think that's why they get banned, because they are actually really powerful. So this one, my Godzilla, is just making some noise, just like me. I don't mean to be snarky and making this video as a protest to the video that I saw, but I think it's important as content creators, as people who are putting content out there, to be careful. And I know I have to remind myself of this. Like, just because you don't like a style doesn't mean it's wrong. Or just because, maybe you don't fit in with a crowd doesn't mean you're wrong. If we all did things the same way, if we all journaled the same way, if we all made our cards the same way, if we all were interested in the same thing and tried to do the same thing, it would be incredibly boring. I think we do have to make our art and break the rules. And even if our goal is to not be rule breakers, that's fine. Some people are more comfortable, even myself at times, in being, I'm more of a rule follower for the most part, except for with my art. And every other way of life, I am a rule follower, so I get it. Maybe you don't want to break the rules. Maybe you want to put exactly 3-5 sequins on your card. You want to, work with the rule of thirds in your card design. Maybe I saw a card maker the other day lining things up, making sure she had everything like, I don't know, she had like this template that she put over her card, and she's like, okay, everything's square. That's what makes her happy. I don't have a need for that. I just throw everything at the paper until I'm happy. But that's just it. Like, this hobby is designed, I think most hobbies are followed because it's like following your bliss. It's like what makes you happy. Card making, junk journaling, paper crafting makes me happy. And it makes me happy because I get to do it my way. And I get to get lost in something, and it's non-consequential. It's paper. So my whole goal for this video today is to tell you, you do you. You follow your bliss and you do you. Do not worry about if somebody else does it a different way, or, if you see people doing things, take a little bit from me, take a little bit from others, mash it up and find your bliss. I think most of you here are really good at that. And maybe this video is not even needed, but I did make it. I did sit down and play and glue and collage and make this little journal. This journal has 15 pages, but it's still a journal, because I can write on the back of the postcards. That's always been my plan since I started it, was, okay, I'm going to collage the front. I want to leave a little bit of each Pantone color showing through. And then I'm going to write on the back pages. And lo and behold, I'll have a journal. So, don't ever let me discourage you on your path, or anyone else. Follow your bliss. Grab your scissors, grab your glue, grab your paper, your stamps, whatever you have. Magazines, your cut aparts. Glue books are wildly popular. And just relax and enjoy yourself. And if you share on social media, just know sometimes there's some harsh critics out there, but that's okay. Just keep doing what you do. Um, you know, they're everywhere. So don't let it discourage you. Don't, sometimes I don't think people are being harsh at all. I think they're just curious. Um, but yeah, it, and then others are, and don't let that throw you off of what you're doing. You keep following your bliss and you do you, and it's okay. It's all paper and glue and maybe some sequins too. Well, I just love this little journal. I have had immense joy making it. This little girl is a Sweet Pea Curiosities girl, this little Mad Minnie. And she is just like, do not tell me how to use my art supplies, okay? I'm going to use them my way. You use them your way. Oh, and maybe I'm a little bit of a biddy for even putting all of this together, but I just hate the idea of people's expression being characterized as ruining an art form. I really just vehemently disagree with that kind of content and that kind of perspective, um, because if someone is following their bliss and they're making art and they're joyful, then they're doing it right. That's what I say. Then they're doing it right. And there's many different ways to fill journal pages. And if your way is to use washi tape and stickers and make it aesthetically pleasing, then you're doing, and you find joy in it, you're doing it right. Um, just like this is pretty much kind of like a little art journal slash glue book slash collage book. Like, I don't even know exactly what you call it. It's just fun. And that's what it's supposed to be. So, I think my PSA on this topic has ended, but now I guess we all know where I stand. I understand the need that people have to categorize things like, okay, this is an art journal, this is a junk journal, this is a writing journal. And yes, it's good to have categories and names for things. But at the same time, we can take little bits of all of those things and make something new that we don't even know what to call it. And a lot of times people haven't had exposure to all the different things, so they'll be making something that everyone else recognizes as an art journal, but they've never really been exposed to art journaling, so they don't know that that's what it might be categorized as. And that's okay too. So in my first little one with the girl that was sitting, I thought her distressed look, she was like, I walk around like everything is fine, but deep down inside my sock is sliding off. I thought that was hilarious and just perfect for that little girl, and it makes me giggle. And then, of course, Godzilla was make your art, break the rules. And we've got the you do you, irritated darling. Well, that's kind of was really how I was feeling. And then this one is kindness will never be wasted in any way. I love this stamp. This is from Red Lead, and it's one of their wood-mounted stamps. And I just think it's so true. Like, kindness will never be wasted in any way. How else can you even say it? It's free to be kind. It costs you nothing. In fact, I think that it enriches the person who is being kind and the person that they're being kind to. So, embrace others. I know that y'all do. I know that y'all do. When I surf around to different channels, I see people who are on, frequent flyers on my channel over blessing others with their kind words, with their encouragement, with their support. You guys are so good at that. Um, and that is a gift to content creators. That is a blessing. And y'all express kindness every day. And I love that. I love seeing that. It is wonderful. So with this one, I had this mixed media flower, and just real simply popped up the sentiment. Now I had stitched on this card. See all that stitching? And then this girl, I just had to use this girl. She is fabulous. That's how I feel inside at least once a day. Like, I just want to recline. I want to put my feet up. I want to process, relax, In fact, last night I did that, and then I ended up falling asleep, and I just slept there all night long. I reclined and relaxed a little too much. But this one says be gentle with yourself. Yeah, that's something we all have to practice more of. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through all the different pages that I have done so far. On this first one, I stamped, embossed, and just collaged. And this is the one we made here together. I walk around like everything's fine, but deep and down inside my shoe, my sock is sliding off. And I thought her face really expressed that. And then we have our Godzilla. And I used acrylic markers for this, my Ohuhu acrylic markers. And some of the orange marks are very much camouflaged in there. And this side says, just say yikes and move on. You do you, boo. This page was a lot of fun. And then we have this page that we did together. And you can see the stitching was tone on tone. And that was just luck of the draw of whatever thread was in my machine at the time. And then these are some pages that I've done since then. This is my Crafty Menace page. And perfection is overrated. She embraces her uniqueness. And you see that teddy bear is so thick, but it's fine. And I realized, ooh, I can put big, thick, bulky things in this journal. So I trimmed off some paint brushes. Art is not a thing, it's a way. And then we've got this really simple page. It's kind of all about that lady and all about that quote. It's not what you look at that matters. It's what you see. And her spirit is wild. And then this one is Find Your Balance. And I decorated all of that with my acrylic Ohuhu markers as well. And then Embrace the Chaos and Kiss the Muse. She's having a smooch with that fish. And down at the bottom, I put no more stinking thinking. I think that's a Grateful Dead quote, but I'm not 100% sure. I have a few pages left that I'll get to do on my own time whenever. But yeah, I love my journal, and I'm calling it a journal. And I hope you found a little bit of solace here today and inspiration. Thanks for spending your time with me. I know you could be anywhere, but you're here and I am so grateful. Have a great day. Bye.